Hello, my name is David Buggy. I'm going to talk to you now about our team coaching process. Our first meeting with the team is really to create some shared awareness and understanding about who we are, what we do, and sharing, for example, this process that I'm talking about now. It's a chance for the team to ask questions and get to know us. And what we're doing in that first step is really building some shared commitment to a process of team coaching together. Step 2 in our process is all about creating an understanding of how the team is currently working, what challenges it faces, how it sees itself in its organization, how it sees itself relative to its customers. So we do this in a number of ways. The first way is by spending time with each team member individually, getting their perspective on how the team is working, what are the big challenges, what's going on in the team, what's the history of the team, what are the relationships like in the team, what are the key tasks that the team must do together. We would also deploy a diagnostic survey, and the one we would use most often is the team diagnostic survey, which is based on the 6 conditions of team effectiveness. And that survey would deliver back to us a report which would highlight the relative strengths and weaknesses of the team. We're then ready for step 3, which is all about bringing the team together to share that information back. Through a process of debriefing and making sense of all of the data in terms of how the team is currently set up, we start to orientate the team towards coming up with a plan of action. So given the knowledge of how the team is currently performing, where its strengths and weaknesses are, what are the areas that the team should start to pay attention to and work on in a coaching environment to make the best improvement to their performance and effectiveness. The team diagnostic survey and the report back provide a brilliant map for where the team is. In the debriefing session, we're creating a plan of what is it we're going to do. So at the end of the 3rd session, we have both a map, an analysis of where we are, and a plan for how we're going to make a difference. And that really sets us up well for step 4, which is the coaching sessions. And step 4 and 5 are really intertwined. So it's taking the plan and asking what has been tried, what's working, what's not working. It's about creating the environment for coaching where the team is able to get out of the daily operational activities, both physically but also mentally, and create a new perspective. So sometimes referred to as moving from the dance floor to the balcony. So it's really about creating that higher level perspective, higher level awareness for the team to see itself, but also to see itself in the context of the wider system that it's in. We would also typically in steps 4 be doing things like asking the team, when does it really need to be a team? What can it only achieve by working together that it can't achieve working as independent individuals? But we would also then be asking, what is it that the team need to accomplish? So practically, what are the outputs from this team? How would you measure them? And what would be a significant step forward? Step 5 is what happens when we are not there as coaches. So coaching doesn't only happen in the room or on Zoom with us as coaches when we're interacting with the team. It has to include the team actually working in some new ways, putting in place some of the things that they agree in the coaching sessions. So step 5 is all about how the team is working differently in its environment. This is we go through cycles of a team coaching session, followed by the team working on some new things, followed by a team coaching session where the team have a chance to reflect on what they have done differently and how that's working and what they're learning from it, and then what the next steps are. So it's a constant process of reviewing the plan and the actions, adapting the plan and doing new actions, and in there's learning and development. So typically that takes between 6 months and 9 months. When we go through several cycles, maybe 4 or 5 times, we'd meet the team for say a half a day or a day where they're working with us, and then in between 6 weeks where they're practicing working in new ways. And then finally we would plan a disengagement from the team, and that's step 6, which is really a chance for the team to step back at a certain point and say, we can take this from here ourselves. As we have been coaching the team, we've also been building the capacity in the team through things like building dialogue skills and the quality of their conversations, that they can actually reflect by themselves without us needing to be in the room with them every time. So step 6 is about handing back the responsibility for coaching to the team, and that they continue to coach themselves even when we're not around every 6 or 7 weeks. So that's our team coaching process. Thanks very much for your time.